Just about 24 hours to go before Pakistan goes to polls. Today is the last day for election campaigning in the country and the cooling off period begins post-midnight. All parties and independent candidates are pulling out all the stops to woo the country's 120 million voters. Our first stop is in Kasur, near Lahore, in Pakistan's Punjab province, where a mega rally by PMLN took place. Nawaz Sharif, his supporters call him the Lion of Punjab, was accompanied by his brother Shehbaz and daughter Maryam Nawaz at the roadshow.
ये मुल्क के खिलाफ कितनी बड़ी साजिश थी, मगर नवाज शरीफ ने इसके बावजूद भी अपना मुकदमा अल्लाह पे छोड़ा, शहीदों को गाली नहीं दी, यादगारों पर आग नहीं लगाई, किसी को मीर जाफर नहीं कहा और जादू नवाज शरीफ ने इसके 3 मर्तबा इसकी हुकूमत का।
Now going across to Sindh now, where PPP rally was underway in Larkana, led by Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Pakistan People's Party was also seen making a last-ditch effort to woo Pakistan's voters, especially the youth. And lastly, we have Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. The party, despite its top leader and former Pakistan's Prime Minister being in jail, has pushed back against the regime's clampdown. And also carried out a massive rally in Punjab province, Kot Adu district. Thousands of party workers and supporters were seen as the rally, giving rise to speculation that Pakistan may be in for some surprises in this year's election. As campaigns and rallies come to an end, it is now up to Pakistan's people to decide who they pick as their next Prime Minister. The question is, will fourth time be a charm for returning leader Nawaz Sharif, or will Pakistan get a young Prime Minister as Bilawal Bhutto Zardari? Will leaders of the PTI ride on the wave of growing support, or their jailed party supremo Imran Khan is another question. Now for some latest ground updates, we are being joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik from Islamabad. Anas, thank you so much for joining us here. What is the latest you have for us from Islamabad?
Well, the stage is set, Ananya, here in Islamabad. We're outside the Election Commission of Pakistan. Pakistan goes to polls in exactly 36 hours from now. 8 o'clock on the 8th of February is when polling begins, and it ends at 5 in the evening. Now, during this time, about 120 million voters will be exercising their right to vote. A total number of 260 million ballot papers have been issued. The military deployment has started, and the deployment will be completed by tomorrow. They will be the third tier of defense, or third line of defense. The first being police, the second being civil armed forces, and the third being the military itself. What is also important to mention is the fact that about 600,000 plus security personnel will be standing guard during these elections, which are set to be underway in about 36 hours from now. Also, what is really interesting is the fact that Pakistan will be voting to elect its 10th National Assembly, its 10th general elections, and a 16th government overall. That being said, all eyes would be on to who gets the throne, because tonight is when, rather in about 4 hours time, is when the election campaigning ends. Both the Pakistan People's Party and the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz have been holding their rallies, and they've been making tall claims that in case if they come to power, they will change the fate of the country.
Absolutely. Anas, if you could quickly also tell us a little about the youth factor in this year's election. We know that a lot of support behind PTI comes from the youth, and we can also see Bilawal Bhutto Zardari using the same kind of strategy to woo the voters. What do you have to say about that?
Well, about 65% of the voter bank is essentially between 18 to 35 of age. So that will be the dominant factor in these elections that are to take place just day after tomorrow. Both the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf initially and now the Pakistan People's Party have been trying to sway in and cash on the young voter bank. What would be really interesting and important to note is that will this voter, which has historically been associating itself with Imran Khan and the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's narrative, would they be getting up, getting out and out of their beds to the polling station on the voting day to vote? That is a bigger question. I think the answer to that would be known on the 8th, because if they do, then contrary to projections, we might just see quite of a surprise coming up in the polls that are to be held day after tomorrow. Ananya?
All right, Anas, thank you so much for getting us all those live updates from Islamabad.